Hello, it's Marie here, and welcome to another painting tutorial. Today, we're going to paint this tropical beach painting. The colours I'm using today: cobalt blue, ultramarine, white, cream, burnt umber, which is brown, green, grey, and black. The brushes I'm using: a large flat, a medium flat, medium filbert, small angle, a soft flat brush, a fine liner brush, and a small fan brush. Although I will have these brushes ready, I may not use all of them, but you can use the paintbrushes that you feel most comfortable painting with. My canvas today is a canvas panel board. I have drawn the horizon line using pencil, just less than halfway down the canvas board. If you wish, you can put a strip of tape along the horizon line to keep it straight while you paint in the sky area. So, using my large flat brush with a mix of cobalt blue and a touch of white, I begin to paint in the sky area. I'm not being too fussy, I'm just getting the colour onto the canvas. The sky is always lighter near the horizon line. Then, using ultramarine with a touch of green, I paint in the sea along the horizon line. The sea is normally darker near the horizon line. Again, I'm not being too fussy with any details. I'm just getting the colour onto the canvas, and I'm painting from left to right with the brush strokes where I think the sea will be. Then, using burnt umber and a touch of black, I paint in the distant land area. Then, using cream, I add in the sand area. Okay, so now we have the basic layout and colour to our beach painting. And now we can start adding more details and interest to the painting. Returning to the sky, we can now start adding more shading and colour using the flat brush and a mix of cobalt blue and white. Then, using white, we can also start to add in the fluffy white clouds. I also use the soft, flat brush to paint in the clouds. Using the soft, flat brush, I also add more blue shades to the sky area. I am also adding more white to the clouds. but you can always use more or less colour shades if you wish for your painting. Using a soft brush helps give the clouds a more fluffy appearance. Okay, so now moving on to the land and the distant cliffs, and using a small angle brush, we can now add dark brown and greys to add interest and variation to the cliffs. Using ultramarine and a touch of green, I also add more colours to the sea. As you move the brush strokes across the canvas, you can notice the natural streaks and shadings appear in the sea, enhancing the look of the water. Moving onto the sea area and using the small fan brush with a mix of ultramarine, green with a touch of white, we can add the look of small waves into the sea area. Just move the small fan brush across the sea, adding the lighter colour, as this will give variation and the impression of waves or ripples in the water. To add more interest to the distant land, I have decided to add the impression of shrubs and palm trees, using the small fan brush and the small angle brush, with a mix of dark green and dark browns, also with a touch of black. Then using light grey, I've also added some highlights to the cliffs and the land area. I'm not adding lots of details to the palm trees or to the shrubs because they are in the distance. Okay, so now I'm adding some light reflection ripples and sparkles onto the sea. Using my small fan brush and white paint, I lightly tap the highlights onto the water to represent the reflection sparkles. You can always add more or less sparkles onto your painting as you wish. Then, using cream with a touch of burnt umber, I paint in the wet sand area at the edge of the water. Also, using my angle brush and a touch of ultramarine paint, I add a few richer blue colours onto the water. Also, using the small fan brush and white, I paint in the white seawater ripples as the waves break onto the sand. Then, using white and the small angle brush, I decided to add the white sun onto the horizon. Now that I've added the sun, I can add more reflection shimmer and sparkles onto the water. Returning to the sand area, and using burnt umber, I add a few dark areas and shadows onto the sand. Then, using the small fan brush with a mix of grey, dark grey and burnt umber, I also decided to add some overhanging palm tree leaves, just to add more interest to my painting. Okay, that's it. I have now finished my tropical beach painting. I hope you have enjoyed watching the painting process, or have you been painting along? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for subscribing. See you soon with my next painting. Take care everyone. Bye for now.